Okay. Then line up your groove in your seal carrier with the drain back hole. Lay it on there, and then that's going to be 25 foot-pounds also. Okay. Then we'll lube up the seal. Some anti-seize on the splines. And then we're going to torque that to, I believe that's 120 again, I'll make sure. Yep, this nut will be 120 foot-pounds. And then next thing will be putting the rear output unit into the transfer case. Okay, so we got our gasket in place. Like I said, it's getting heavier. For the rear output shaft, before you do that, get your synchro and shift rail in good position, lined up. Can you show that right here? Okay, so now everything's lined up in there. Grab our rear output assembly, line up this bump with this bump, and we'll carefully drop her down. Well, I guess if we're careful, we're not going to drop it. Okay. And I'm all out of my fancy bolts, so I'm going to tighten it down 30 foot-pounds with these regular old nasty 3/8 hex head bolts, and then go to the store and get some more 3/8 cap head stainless bolts. They're 3/8 16 by 1 inch, and lock washers. And that'll complete that. The only other thing is to install your side cover. With the gasket, sealing on both sides of the gasket, 25 foot-pounds on those bolts. Loosely put the drain plug and fill plug in. I'm not going to fill it with AMSOIL Performance Synthetic until I get it in the truck, because my luck, it'll tip on its side at some point and dump out the vent hole or something like that, and I'll waste a bunch of gear oil. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll show you here. My kit. Okay. My kit didn't come with this seal. So I'm going to have to go to the parts store, get this seal, 2 sides of sealant. Then we'll mount the transmission adapter on there with its new seal and tighten those to, I think they're 40 but probably have to look those up. So yeah, that seal, we got to put our detent balls in yet, don't we? All right, so pull both the shift rails so you can see one of the detents down in there. Throw the balls in their respective holes. Put the spring in their respective holes. You're gonna need to paint these plugs. Put your plugs in, tighten them good and tight. I don't know the torque spec on those. And then your both of your little freeze plugs, we're gonna punch in. Do that really quick. They don't need to go real deep down in there. Just below the surface of flush. Okay. And if you hang tight, I'll hook up the shifters and we'll make sure everything shifts right. Okay, so aside from our input shaft seal and getting that input, or actually the adapter housing gasket all sealed up, torqued down with the new seal in there, aside from that, getting some new bolts for the adapter, new bolts for the rear output, and some new bolts for the side cover. We're pretty much done. Done enough to call this a video anyway. I was going to show you this setup from JP Custom Fabrications. It's pretty sweet, twin stick setup. I did a video on the complete installation, how to. I feel like it's a pretty good video. Anyway, our transfer case is done, rebuilt. Need to fill it with fluid, get it in the truck. But we've got 4 low, all right. We've got 4 high. Then we got a neutral for both. Then you can go front wheel drive low, front wheel drive high, back to neutral with that, rear wheel drive high, rear wheel drive low. It won't let you, because of your rail pins in there, it won't let you accidentally shift like the rear end high and the front end low. That'd be pretty catastrophic probably. So it won't let you do that. But anyway, that's the twin stick setup. It's a pretty sweet unit. I don't have them tightened down or anything because we're going to have to take them back off to put them in the truck anyway. But there's your rebuild. Hopefully it's good. You learned something. I learned some stuff. Do a little touch-up paint on it. Otherwise, I'm excited to get this truck back together. I got a ways to go, but there's the transfer case rebuild. Again, it's a new process, 205, found in Chevys, Dodges, Fords, probably other stuff. It's a very versatile, tough unit. Yeah, it's my favorite one. So we'll just keep on going and keep watching the videos of my truck build. When that truck's done, there'll be something else to build, so I'm just going to keep on going with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. There you go. New process 205, complete tear down and rebuild.